Okay. Are you ready? Final
Yeah, sure, why
one.
not?
Alright.
Okay.
We're back. So, oh god, the grab block's back. Alright, well, hey. First you don't succeed, try again. Alright. So, my story about, I don't know, bad stuff happening. Alright? So, my pal Alicia, my sis, shout out to my sis. She's dying.
Mm-hmm.
She's sick. She's sick gal right now. She's super sick. She basically called out
Going
of work.
sicko mode.
Yeah, like sicko mode, but not good. So, she's in a lot of pain because she also has nice sinus problems or whatever. Anyhow, she's really sick. She called out of work Saturday night, so I had to become that MOD, manager on duty, watch, and I was like, whatever, that's fine. But also, there's no way she's making it in for Sunday morning either, which she also had to work, so I was like, well, I'm probably gonna have to come in at 9 then, huh? And yeah, yep, and definitely happened. By the end of the night, even I was already planning on coming in anyways because I just knew. You get that sixth sense. I knew I was going to need to come in, but she told me the night before, like, hey, I am going to die. Please save me. I was like, sure. So it sucked because I had to go on 2 hours earlier. 9 a.m. and I closed the night before too, which is painful. It's just really, whatever. So that was rough, but whatever. She's my sis, so she's fine. Like I'm not mad at her or anything. There's no reason for me to be. I'm glad to do it, but it just sucked. Like it's unfortunate she got sick and I had to go in early. Or more correctly, it's unfortunate she's been sick for a really long fucking time, and it won't go away for the poor girl. Now I'm just visiting this Pokemon camp to get the flying spot. Not that I really need it, but now Sunday. Of course, I'm not really supposed to be the MOD there. I was supposed to work laser tag, but we had to get a cover for that and all that. And it worked out just fine. We got a cover. We got a laser tag person. But it hit 12 p.m. And someone is supposedly here for a birthday party. To which, at first, we have no hostess scheduled. Now, my worker's saying we don't have a party scheduled, and this ends up with a lady on the phone. But as he radios me, I'm like, oh wait, I think we have one in the lot, but it's slightly different. Let me come check real quick. Because he couldn't find it on a little birthday party board, because we had a birthday party that day at like 5 p.m. not like 12, but I was vaguely aware that there's 2 parties going on in the loft these next 2 weekends, which is inconvenient for a lot of reasons. I'll hopefully go to in a moment, or maybe I'll just decide not to. You never know. Always a surprise here in Speletons. But I was vaguely aware of this because I heard one of the managers talking about it. And I just so happened to catch a glimpse of that, I think the day prior, due to some reason. So but I'm like, wow, it's a good thing I knew about that. I mean, I would have found out anyways, because I know how to check to see if we have a party. But I'm like, holy shit. Now I thought, our food and beverage guy was supposed to handle that event. Because he handles the group stuff. And from the conversation I overheard where I learned about these, sounded like he was. Now, we have in our loft area, we have a little crafts table set up, Christmas crafts, for our Christmas event going on. So, that had to be taken down. I really have to shit. a real bad shit going on right now.
Well, you're gonna finish up this episode.
No, I don't think I will. I'm gonna pause.
I can't believe you, you animal.
I can believe me.
Here.
I must have been horrifically constipated or some shit. Cause oh boy, that was quite a poop. It's hard to get things out. But I did my best. Now, also I saw a photo of an Indian girl who posted herself shitting to Instagram. So thanks. That was like, oh, relatable.
Mm-hmm.
So, shout out to that person for sharing your poop with the world. It's a brave and bold thing you did.
Are you sure someone could just Photoshop them doing that?
Yes, I'm pretty certain. Anyhow, where was I? So, I thought the food and bev guy was supposed to handle that. Food and bev guy wasn't in. So, I'm going around asking the kitchen people, like, hey, what do you know about this group? Do they get food? Do they not get food? I don't know anything about... Oh, sorry. I didn't even go to it. I go to meet this kid who is here to decorate at 12, which is what it said in the little computer. No one... Now, it is sort of on me to check for groups that we have in the morning, I guess. But, I've never opened where that's a thing. Because I learned how to open basically over the winter. Alright, so realistically, I didn't really know. But the other thing is, also, we haven't had groups of any sort the entire winter. So I didn't really realize, if it not for the fact that I had basically managed to glimpse that, and also hear about it beforehand, I would have had no knowledge that we even had groups going on. Which kind of, you know, that's dumb. But, so basically, I go to get these guys, I'm like, oh yeah, they're supposed to be here, and I send people up to basically get rid of our crafts, because they're not supposed to be up there, which, had I known that this group was coming, which any number of people could have informed me about, wouldn't even have been a problem, you know, like, we would have absolutely gotten around that. I'm be so mad if I don't get a graph locked at any point. Like, really. But, what else? So they go up and they, move all the crafts away, while, the kid that's there sets up, and I go up there to see what everything looks like. And there's, it's just empty tables, and the tablecloth we have for the crafts is still there, which, whatever, they flipped it over because it was all covered in glitter. I'm like, you want me to get... I go and introduce to the woman who's running the thing, basically. I'm like, do you want me to get you out of the tablecloth? We can. I had no knowledge, I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm covering for someone who's sick. No one told me, essentially, about any of this, so I had no knowledge, but, you know, alright, we could get this set. They're decorating. They still have a half an hour before the party goes, so, we have time to set up and stuff. They're like, yeah, you get tablecloth, everything, so, you know, we scurry to get tablecloth. I should know, upon this group arriving and me sending people upstairs, I went and made 3 different phone calls. The first, to the food and bev guy, now 2 phone calls, actually, who did not answer. A second to my general manager, who told me to text him, and then I explained to him what was going on. I'm like, what do you know of this group? What's going on? And he says he knows nothing about this group. I have to ask my sis Alicia, because she was supposed to be here. So I'm like, okay. So I ask her, and she's like, oh, that's between the food and bev guy. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. He's running it, and he was supposed to have one of the kitchen people deal with it. So obviously I didn't get in contact with him. I tried to call him first. So I sent him a text about what's up, like, hey, what do you know about this party? Because I know nothing about it. And I don't get a eventually I do get a response saying, oh, it's supposed to be Alicia's thing. Now I know it's not supposed to be Alicia's thing. But I'm like, oh, sure. Okay, so like everyone I called said, hey, it's this person's problem. And no one can give me any information about this. The food and bev guy does say to go grab one of the kitchen workers and just have them toss on tablecloth. They supposedly did it before. And I went up and asked the basically supervisor in training there, we're gonna get said tablecloth. And he shows me, he's like, bam, and I grabbed the person, like, alright, let's go, we gotta put it on the table. It's a square tablecloth, but supervisor in training said, oh, that'll work on it. So, of course, I imagine to work on it. But she's like, but it's square. How do we put it on the table? Now, I'm sure with him, like, well, he said it'd be fine, so you could do that. If not, see if we can find a round one, I guess. But, you know, just get the tablecloth on, because they need it. They have their thing coming in real shortly. So, what happened? I don't know. But one of my, I'm downstairs 5 minutes, for 5, texting people, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, you know, the managers and speaking, trying to get more information about what we're supposed to do. I figured out, from talking to the lady at this point, that they don't have any food. Also, it was in the system, so, you know, but I'm just glad that lined up, because there was a, you know, but whatever. I come down, one of my, you know, the coworker before that I sent upstairs to clean up all the craft stuff. Like, you want me to set up tablecloth? I'm like, didn't the person up there already do it? And he's like, no, she, you know, she didn't know what to do. Essentially, that's the short story, because I want to keep it kind of short. The short story is, she apparently did not know what to do, and could not figure out, because it wasn't round, couldn't figure out how to put tablecloth on. So I'm like, yes, please, just go up there, get them all set up. I'm just trying to make sure these people are all happy. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me at this. I'm like, that's so horrible. Like, I went up there with her, with the tablecloth. I'm like, alright, can you set this up, please? I gotta go handle some stuff. Alright. And then, you know, the coworker in question comes and, like, hey, you want me to go set up? Because she couldn't do it, I guess. I'm like, sure. That would be helpful. Lifesaver. He wasn't there. I don't know what the fuck I would have done. Because, absolute lifesaver. It really helped out. He set him up. He got him. He took the birthday tablecloth that we had, which is fine. Especially at this point. Luna, you're gonna slip off my lap with how you're sitting on the blanket. Just so you know. He gets the tablecloth all set up. If it sounds like a jumble mess, it is. I'm running all around. I'm like decently stressed out. I know nothing about what's going on at all, and I should. But I'm trying to get a grasp on it. We get the room all set up with most of the tablecloth they wanted, which is good. And we did it before people got there, so also good. That's fine. So I get the lady to come down. She still has to pay. She confirmed she still has to pay, which is good, because I was scared that was going to be a thing, because I didn't know. If that was the case or not, or if there was some error for a computer, because, again, no information on this group whatsoever. Besides, I see they have a laser tag game. I've gotten that all set up in their arcade cards. I'm going to get that set up when I bring her down. Bring her down to have her pay, and there's a service charge we're charging for some reason. I don't deal with groups, so I have no idea what that service charge is or what it's doing. I know typically service charges are for food when we serve them food. It's like 15% or something that they pay for the service. But we aren't giving these people any sort of food. They even bring in their own cake. So I have no idea what it's for. I think it's maybe for arcades and stuff. Obviously this has been a mess so far, so I'm like, she gets mad when she learns of the service charge. I'm like, oh, it's been a mess so far. So I tell her, like, alright, I'm gonna knock 60 off it. Or whatever. It's about 113. I knocked 63 off it. I'm gonna knock 63 off it. So we'll charge you for just 50 of the service charge. I will get in contact with my, and that'll be the price no matter what. That's because of all the, chaos so far. It's not that chaotic. It feels like more chaotic than it is to me. But I think it was all handled decently well. Just that room wasn't set up well before they were there. Doesn't look the best, but we did get it set up. Before their main group got there. The group was scheduled in at 12:30. We got it set up before then. And they were decorating beforehand, too. So it was, still working. That's the only reason they were there at 12. But thank God that they were there at 12. Because otherwise, that would have been so much worse. What else? But I'm like, so I'll get in contact with my general manager to see if we're even supposed to charge you that. Not. It'll be real easy. I know exactly how I'll get you your $50 back, and it'll be all easy. But we'll just leave, because she said something about fighting it later with them. I'm like, but I'll handle it. I'll figure out what that is. Not supposed to be there. I'll come find you. Give you $50 back. Get in contact with my general manager, explain the situation. Reasonably confident that service charge is not supposed to be there. From what he's telling me when I'm there. So I'm like, okay, I owe this lady $50. But long story short, this is the case. So I go up and tell her. I give her laser tag cards. I already gave her arcade cards at this point. But I give her laser tag cards, and I tell her, I'm like, all right, so everything should be all set. You do not owe that service charge that I had you pay. So I owe you $50 at any point that you want to. You can just come to the arcade counter, ask for me, and I will gladly give it back to you. Sorry about that. And she like understood that like none of this is my fault, because obviously I wasn't supposed to be there that day, at least not in that form. And I have no one told me anything about it. Still looks horribly bad. That just should not be the case. Just frankly, Luna, do not claw my hand. Just be relaxed, okay? Just go for a nap. Yeah, that was my
crap locked.
I also just to what's up? Yeah, I can't catch a fucking grab lock. It's very annoying. So it, obviously I accidentally charged them the $50, and stuff like that. They had 4-hour arcade cards and the laser tag, and they had about 35 people for laser tag. Our arena only hosts 30. What I ended up doing was I kind of extended their arcade cards, mostly because I don't know how to make it the way it was described in the system. So I say, hey, you also get an unlimited carousel, a VR, and a mini golf if you guys so please, with the cards I made. So I gave that to them. And they had 35 people, but they basically had to have 2 sessions for laser tag, but they're only 5. 30 in 1 session reserved just for them. And then I told them originally that the next session would be open to the public, but they would have 5, and if anyone wanted to do again. I went up and told them, so I'm going to reserve 10 spots for you for that next game. It's the 315 game in particular. And you get those 10 spots no matter what. And if you have more that want to do it afterwards, I will, and there's open availability, you can have as much as you want, as long as people haven't already signed up for it. That way, I'm not robbing anyone that might show up for the 315 game. Right. Draft locked.
Yeah.
And also, basically to me, from a monetary standpoint, there already have people going in. We already have that game guaranteed of happening. So it's not going to make a difference whether it's 5 of them in or 30 of them, because that game's already going in. So we're not really losing me. Because it's not like they were going to pay for more anyways. They ended up not even going in for the 315 at all, which is fine. But I figured that was a great solution to that. She was very happy by the end of it. I'm glad I managed to keep her happy. I was so fucking pissed. You have no idea. I cannot, like, especially because I was covering for someone who's sick. You have no idea how pissed I was, how stressed I was out about this I was. And I know it's not Alicia's fault, despite both of the other managers pointing to her, because I know exactly what we talk. She's one of my best friends. Like, I know we talk about things a lot, so I know she has no information about this whatsoever. Besides the fact that I know she knew we had to clean up the crafts, but even from the like, she figured the same thing that I did, that the food and bev guy was handling that. Even the kitchen people thought, yeah, food and bev guy is handling that. So that was fun. Whole mess. Worked out. Angry. Luna's chilling with me. Hey, Luna. I think that was the buttfuck chaos I dealt with. So, yeah, had a great time. It made my Sunday horrifying.
Sounds it.
All right, that was my work rant. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If it sounded chaotic and stressed out and not well fitted together of a story, that was what that day was like. So I'm having trouble spinning because Luna's like trying to attack my other hand. There we go. All right, bye. Bam.